Hi guys, and welcome to the video. Today I will be introducing a tool known as Database Browser. Now Database Browser for SQLite is a high quality open source tool to create and design database files that are compatible with SQLite. This application is for users and developers who are wanting to create databases which you can search and edit the data. It uses a familiar spreadsheet-like interface, and you do not need to learn complicated SQL commands for it to be operational. Some features offered by DB Browser are search records, import and export records as text, browse, edit and add deleted records, create, define and delete certain indexes, and most importantly, create comeback database files which you can define, modify and delete entire tables. To download DB Browser for SQLite, simply select the appropriate file. As you can see, it is compatible for Windows, Mac OS and also Linux. So we are going to select the 64-bit version for Windows. Once the appropriate download file has been selected, just follow the on-screen instructions and you would select where the install location, choose the folder to which install DB Browser for SQLite. I'm just going to put it on the desktop just because it's easier. So we are going to select next, choose a start, and we're going to, this basically adds a shortcut key to the start menu. We're going to select install. So once DB Browser has fully been installed, this is the first window you will see within DB Browser. So upon launching Database Browser, we have four options for the toolbar. We have File, Edit, View and Help. Now below this menu we have four options. We have New Database, Open Database, we have write changes and revert changes. We also have Database Structure, Browse Data, Edit Programs and Execute SQL. We have not opened a database file, which is why it's currently empty. In terms of evidence files, we are going to use an existing database file which I found online. I will be linking the evidence file for this database below. To open the database, you simply select Open Database, and the evidence file I have is saved on my desktop, and it is this. And all I'm going to do is open it, and as you can see, automatically that took no time at all. It automatically put everything in its own folders. We have the actual structure, which is under database structure. We have all these different tables, we have all these triggers, and if we go to browse data, it's more organized this way, as you can simply select the things you need. This example database file is from a mobile device and it's holding SMS threads. So I'm just going to open this, and as you can see, the mobile numbers are already added within its own table. If we have the time date here, and you can simply convert these times with a third-party tool known as Epoch Converter, and you simply just cut and paste into it and it will give you an actual time which you can just read. Usually the start of the date, as you can see here, it's 13. Usually that's the date a lot of the time, but just to be sure, double check with that converter which you can find online. I will actually link that in the description box below also for you guys to check out. If we go along here, we have some the actual SMS threads. Now this is just an example database file. So we have the SMS threads here. Now, if we go to, for example, rate, some of these tables will be, so if we go to Android metadata, the SV _SE is actually it's a geolocation, I believe, for Sweden, but that's irrelevant right now, as we are looking at the other tables. So SMS is basically the main table within this database file, as it's holding most of the data. So if we go to threads, we've got some more information, and I believe this is from multiple different database files, as it's been allocated into its own table. Once again, we have the date, we have the recipient ID, and then the actual SMS thread. Database browser, you can actually create um, database files yourself. It's actually pretty straightforward. To edit programs, you have all these options here. You've got auto vacuum, automatic index, checkpoint full, foreign keys, full sync, journal mode. Now execute SQL commands. This is not necessary, as most of the time if you're just adding a database file, you usually want to just browse through the actual file. So as I mentioned, it depends on the actual database file, but if you want to get to grasp with database browser, I suggest using this database file, as you can just have a look around and see what this application has to offer. So this has been an introduction to database browser. Once again, if you guys do have any questions regarding this application, please feel free to contact me. My email address will be shown below. I will also link this evidence file, this database file, and also the epoch converter for the times. Thank you very much for listening.